we're not all volunteering at soup kitchens all the time, Susan. Okay, like
Right.
just chill.
Ignatius or Nadia? Hey, welcome back to Watson and James Don't Play. My name is James.
I'm still Watson.
We're playing Nightmare Creatures on PS1.
Yeah, we are.
I guess now it's, when it came out, it was called the PSX.
No, when it came out, it was called the PlayStation.
The PlayStation, okay.
That's what it was called because there was just one, and it was its own thing.
Should we play as Ignatius or Nadia?
I'm going Nadia.
All right, here we go. Start, baby.
Well, she doesn't have a J in it, though. I think it is just Nadia.
Sorry, Ignatius, but your holy stick isn't gonna do the job this time. I know typically your holy stick is top of the heap, but not today. She has a sword, and her name is Nadia. This is a prequel to What We Do in the Shadows. It's actually what this game is.
Well, and before we do talk about this game, I did want to get some housekeeping out of the way. We had a request
Yeah.
that we play Harvest Moon 64, and we looked in our library of games, and that's actually not something we can play.
I do have it. I was having a hard time getting the 64 to
Be
cooperate
compatible with with our recording stuff, and we're working on it. We did take that request, but yeah,
It's one of my more prized possessions, having that on 64. I think it's like $100 plus cartridge right now.
It's a fantastic game, and it was a great, it was a great request. So yeah, we'll work on that.
I never played this game when I was a kid.
But this one also screamed at us to be played. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous.
I would say Nightmare Creatures on PS1 walked, so Bloodborne on PS4 could run.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the same vibe.
Absolutely.
This little secret chamber, hit the switch. But yeah, this is a prequel to What We Do in the Shadows. We're playing as Nadia.
And this is just some shit she did before she moved in with her roommates.
Right, she actually was a monster slayer beforehand, and things got a little hairy, and she became a vampire eventually. She got bit. It happens. That's how a lot of vampire slayers kind of end their days, is they fucking get bit.
I need to go back through and rewatch. It's about time for restart of that show, because I think they're about to come out with another season, aren't they?
Season 4 or season 5?
5, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. God, it's so funny. I felt so weird one day. My wife had a friend over, which is already kind of rare. We have friends.
You're not throwing elaborate parties all the time.
No, but she came over, and I was in the living room watching the orgy episode of What We Do in the Shadows.
The whole episode revolves around planning an orgy.
Yeah. And my wife's just in the other room trying to have a nice time with her friend, and I hear, "What are you watching?" And I go, "I'll change it."
Was she intrigued?
I didn't feel like explaining what I was watching. So
sometimes the explanation is too long. You can just feel it. You just go, this is too much to explain.
Like, what do I say?
It's easier if I just put on an episode of The Office.
It's a modern sitcom based in the same style as The Office.
Yeah, people know what this is.
Except they're vampires, and in this episode, they're planning an orgy because they're vampires, and vampires have orgies.
And it's a big deal to them. You can get a reputation for throwing good or bad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's one of their social events.
The bit where she's like, we went to just the worst orgy once. I don't even want to say who did it.
I'll say it.
It's fucking Mike.
Fucking Mike. Terrible orgy. But yeah, I mean, people know it's on FX. If you're watching like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or stuff like that, like you have come across What We Do in Shadows at this point,
Yeah. By now you've probably figured out, hang on, like if you're familiar with this game at all, you're like, you have a lot of
stuff.
You got a lot of stuff right at the...
really just bouncing around. Yeah, you're not even talking about the stuff you're doing. You pulled out a sword and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a fucking vampire hunter. I have sharp shit.
You're a vampire hunter, but you only seem to really be killing werewolves.
Right.
Just double dipping genres, are they?
Yeah, zombies. Oh, so it's Nightmare Creatures.
Hey, go over there to the wall again.
Yeah, all right. Let me fuck this guy up.
Kill that guy.
Oh, good. I killed him. That was
I appreciate the limbs and stuff coming off and then hopping around on one leg.
You see the bottom right on the screen? There's a buzzsaw.
Yeah,
that's why.
Go back to where you were over by the wall.
Over here?
Look up at that wall there. Does that look just like the cover of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Let me go back a little
further. Isn't
that
like the thing?
We'll show it this way. Yeah, they ripped it off.
Right? That's the thing. All right.
Surely the statute of limitations is up on the copyright.
Who knows?
It's like, don't tell Disney that.
No, I think we could write a Dracula book tomorrow. I think Dracula's public domain.
Is he? All right.
I don't know that design of that like gargoyle head or whatever they use is, some artists did sculpt that.
I love watching those videos of how Disney deleted public domain on the stuff that made them money.
I fucking ooh.
And I'm like,
Don't get me started on Disney and
that's fucked up, Disney.
They're bullshit with that.
There were some comments about, speaking of, not even Disney, but I don't think the movie's on Disney Plus, and I forget the name of the movie.
Well, they just took your Precious Willow, so it's probably not on Disney
Probably not
Plus.
on there. There was a movie with Laurence Olivier,
Okay.
and it was the 60s.
Okay.
Laurence Olivier was in blackface,
Oh.
and Richard Dreyfuss was defending it recently. And I go,
You mean somebody asked Richard Dreyfuss, like in an interview or something, what about Laurence Olivier in the 60s? And he was like, here's why that's okay.
Yeah, it was one of those deals.
Oof.
Woof. It was
That's
a big
a tough
woof.
spot to be in.
I just watched it. I forget what it was. It was like 60 minutes or something. But the interviewer, she looked uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable. Like fourth, fifth, what is it? Third, fourth, fifth hand uncomfortable now. I'm not Lawrence of Arabia. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's not me doing anything inappropriate.
Laurence Olivier, not Lawrence of Arabia.
That's who played him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right. I'm out of it, man.
I'm right,
All right.
by default.
I'm more of a Ben-Hur guy.
Not by wit.
I'm more of a Ben-Hur guy. Let's just say that right now.
I'm more of a Spartacus guy.
You can take my chariot when you pry it from my cold, dead fingers. All right, Charles, just fucking take it easy. Chuck,
Heston.
can you get Chuck back to the nursing home, please?
But yeah, what I'm saying is even just hearing, okay, so Laurence Olivier did the thing that's like problematic, right? Or
Yeah.
in question. Now, 60 years later or some shit, Richard Dreyfuss is talking about it to another person. I feel her embarrassment through your story of a video of them. Like, this is such a chain of despair going all the way through this.
It's a bad fucking time, isn't
It's
it?
a bad fucking time. Amazing.
So anyway, go watch Jaws and try not to think about how much of a piece of shit Richard Dreyfuss apparently is. He's probably not truly a piece of shit.
I just feel like...
But in this instance, it was a shitty thing to hear him say. I don't even want to go into the details. It was bad.
The rule of thumb that I live by at this point, I feel like, is...
Oh, fuck.
Are you a white, straight man over 60? Maybe shut up.
Maybe shut up. Shut the fuck up. I had the weirdest transaction today with a customer. He was making a purchase.
Okay.
And I'm trying to walk him through, like, what this is going to cost, right?
Sure.
And he goes, "You're just really trying to fuck me today, aren't you?" And I'm like,
Oh,
I said, "Guy, this is just what the price is.
right.
I don't know what to fucking tell you."
This isn't a personal vendetta.
I said, "You do not have to buy it. It is not going to hurt my feelings. Someone else will buy it.
Right.
No big deal. If you don't like the price of the item, then don't fucking buy it." But he took it.
But what we're not going to do is curse at each other about it.
He said to me, "So far you've been pretty fair with me, but today you're just really trying to fuck me, aren't you?" And I'm like, "All right, Grandpa, get the
So
fuck
you've
out."
got a whole villain story with this guy.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's made you... You were friends at one... You have a whole story arc here in his mind.
I may have made a comment about him dodging the Vietnam War draft, but, whatever.
Beautiful.
Dick.
Fucking dick.
I don't even know if that's true, but he's the one making crazy claims.
Wait, how old are the people that would have fought, like, in Vietnam at this point?
This guy was in his 60s. So that old, 60s, 70s.
Like how when we were kids, 60 or 70-year-old dudes would have been dudes who fought in, like, Korea or World War II.
Right, correct.
Like, I'm losing track of world wars and stuff.
Dude, it's getting
Time
messy.
keeps on slipping, as Steve Miller would say.
I think about how old I'm going to be this year. I turned 36 in less than a month.
Yeah.
I'm so basically dead. Right?
Yeah, you always get a few months to basically do the dry run for me turning my next. I always look to you as like, how's he handling
Like what
this?
it's going to be like.
Has he had a psychotic break yet? No. All
It's
right,
not gonna be
I'll
good.
Keep holding on.
I got to take
What
care of
is
this.
happening?
There
to
we
you
go.
in the corner
All right.
Here?
No,
Oh, you just-
I said die.
Oh, you
Fire.
You just roofied that demon.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Slay queen.
I'm just a bad bitch. Good thing I cut that guy in half.
Anyway, go on.
So 36 is the age this year.
Yeah, fucking 3 dozen, bruh.
I thought I was going to be a little more worried about my mortality.
You're gonna tell people you're 3 dozen years old?
No, I'm not going to say that.
You should do it.
No.
Do finger guns.
How many months am I? How many months old am I? Someone the other day said, "My baby's 22 months old." And I said, "Fucking Karen, chill. Your
Right.
baby's almost 2. 22 months old. Shut up."
Just ugh.
All right. I know Braden's allergic to everything, but he's not 22 months old. He's almost 2.
Yeah.
What do I do here? What's the situation? What's my duty of care?
Set that stuff on fire.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I took care of it.
For the most part.
I'm in the best shape of my life, which is not great, by the way. I'm not in good shape.
You're not a fucking Mr. Olympus or whatever that, that bodybuilding fucking thing is. But no, you're in better shape than I have seen you. I haven't known you your entire life, but you seem in pretty good shape for you.
Yeah, it's a lot better these days. I do not take.
That sounds so backhanded to say it like that, but like,
because we're fucking old, bro.
But you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. You look like you're not gonna die.
I'm not gonna die, not anytime soon, anyway.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta kill this guy. There we go.
That's the best we can hope for at our age. We're like iPhones. It's just gonna come out slightly worse every year. With the same old shit.
One day you just brick. That's the end of that.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that move. That's
so I'm in pretty good shape for 36. Better shape than I used to be anyway. And I can do anything. I don't know how to do anything.
I can go anywhere.
Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading Rainbow.
That's good though. That's good.
And Data was there too.
I'm hopeful for you.
I don't know how to do anything, right? But I can do anything.
Right.
I function with a certain audacity.
Oh. The sheer audacity, sir.
I just kind of do shit. I don't ask for permission. I usually don't ask for help.
You're more of a run now, stretch never kind of guy?
Yeah.
All right.
If I fuck something up in my home, like I'm doing like a DIY, whatever, I go, I don't know, I'll fix it later.
That's true. I have noticed you've gotten increasingly more comfortable at like just taking on projects around the house with that kind of attitude of like, I'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
And to great results.
And I'm like that because I know the people that kind of work in trades, not to knock anyone, all right? But some of y'all are messy, all right? I'm messy too, I get it. So I look at you and I go, if this asshole can do it, then I bet I can do it too.
Then I bet there's a YouTube video that'll at least point me in the right direction of being able to do this project.
Will I do it right the first time? Probably not, but I bet you didn't fucking do it right the first time either.
Look, we're not talking about adding a third story to your house. We're talking about, doing a backsplash in new tile.
Yeah, right.
Or restaining a deck,
Stuff like that.
Stuff you can do.
Stuff that I never thought I would do.
Stuff that you don't have to hire a guy to do.
I have to turn this shit down.
It got intense.
Yes. All right.
It's like a fucking fire at the circus.
You're just
intense.
Will you just chill? No, I can't. There's a Hydra that's literally trying to burn me to bits. This is fucking cool.
I do like the design. It reminds me of the Hydra from the Hercules cartoon.
I'm really glad that I put in some cheat codes before I started playing because
I think it's the long teeth in the jaws, I think.
Yeah. Get down here.
Oh, yeah. The cheats are essential. That thing would be fucking you right now. I mean, it still kind of is, but, you're hanging in there. I'm proud of you.
Hydra's going to Applebee's later, and
Who's
he's
that
like,
guy?
He's I don't know. He's there too. He's pissed.
And Jim.
And him. Get him. Come on, hit him. Hit his ass.
Do you have a projectile?
Maybe.
I feel like you're not getting the most out of your sword here.
What's this do?
Gun. You got a gun?
Gun? Gun should do it. Come on, hit him. No? Come on.
Gun seems ineffective.
Yeah. All right. Got to cut him. Got to cut his ass.
All right.
Get down here.
Yeah, go for him. Oh, can you heal?
Oh, I got him. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you got to hit him just the right time.
That one actually connected.
And in the interim, I guess you run. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like you want to be doing laps around this.
As per usual, if you're a fan of this game and like you have a lot of fond memories.
Stick and move, bruh.
Dude, it's tank controls. There's no sticking and moving. There is.
It's true.
Hang on,
controls are that way.
Let me turn real quick. Oh, you didn't turn fast enough.
You can't really float like a butterfly, stick like a bee in this scenario.
No. But luckily, I have unlimited health.
I like the HAL 9000 eye in the corner.
Just hanging out. That's my.
I'm aware that that's like showing what weapon you have or whatever, but yeah, it just looks like that eye.
Currently, I have full heal going on.
Hell yeah, you do.
Come on, he's got to be dead soon, right? Got to be.
He doesn't have a health bar. It doesn't seem like.
No,
so I don't know what we're supposed to be waiting for. Is there another stage that he goes to?
All right, I whiffed on that one.
He seems to only be doing these attacks.
We've been playing spooky.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
What did we do?
No, I'm all right. That's right.
You're all heart, baby.
We've been playing a lot of spooky games lately on PlayStation 1.
Yeah, that's kind of our vibe.
And it's a little more our vibe right now for a very specific reason. We're creeping up on 100 episodes, I believe.
That is extremely true. We're
And
so close.
to give you a hint about what we're going to play on PlayStation 1, it's going to be a PS1 game.
Should be like a little over a month from now when that episode comes out.
And it's going to be a spooky game, too.
Hell yeah, it is.
So I'm really excited about that.
And we're a little over halfway to Halloween, which is great. So I like this little treat in the in-between time.
Yeah, it's kind of like whenever Cartoon Network, they would have Christmas in July. You've heard of that, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of places do that.
Yeah.
Maybe JCPenney.
Shudder just put out
Is
a special.
JCPenney still in business?
The Shudder horror app just put out a halfway to Halloween special.
Hell yeah.
It was great. It was just like, I don't know, an hour's worth of creepy themed like sketches and people talking about horror stuff, you know.
Get over here.
So I was like, hey, don't forget about spooky season.
You got like timer slashes just right.
So yeah, that's kind of what we're going for with the whole 100 episodes thing.
It's going to be spooky.
It's going to be super spooky.
And it's going to be one of those games that changed everything.
I have a feeling it's going to be probably bigger than a normal episode for us.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We got some stuff planned, so
Yeah, I'm
look forward to
excited.
that. You can, by the way, subscribe to us anywhere. Anywhere at WJ Don't Play.
Got him. Got
We're
his
on
ass.
TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, WJ Don't Play. That's where you find us.
You've been playing Zelda,
I have been playing the fuck out of Zelda.
right?
I should look up.
I still need to figure out how to get that to be on the show.
I should look up.
Everybody else is doing it.
Fucking hours already in this game. Let's see.
Slice his arms off. Come on. I got stuck in here last night, right? What do you think you'd do here? Look at the screen right now. And you tell me what to do. Because I was pissed. Right now, look at it.
Oh,
so we got
yeah. What do you?
Flamey Barrel. It's on a cart.
Shaft of Light.
We got boxes over here.
Boxes.
Tell me what to do. I am stumped. I was here for a while last night. You know what you do? You go up here, you whack it, and
that
it moves
sends
forward.
it over to big boxes. Yeah,
I'm like, 12-year-old me wouldn't have been able to figure that out. 12-year-old me was an idiot.
probably not. Yeah. No.
35-year-old me's also kind of an idiot sometimes.
Looks like I have about 40 hours in
Wow.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Very good. I thought that it would kind of...
It was my full-time job this week.
I was worried that Tears of the Kingdom would ruin my life, you know? But no, so far so good. We're doing all right.
Yeah, you're still talking to your wife. You're still going to your job. You're good. The dogs are being fed and walked and all that. Yeah.
All the things are still happening.
All the things are still happening. It's fine. We're grown-ups. That's the great thing about being grown-ups is we have grown-up money and time.
It's
We can do things.
It's rarer these days, but every now and then I'll have someone say something like, "You still play video games? That's kind of a waste of time, isn't it?" And I go, "What do you do that isn't a waste of time?"
It's so subjective.
What do you enjoy?
It's so subjective.
Right. What do you enjoy that you think is not a waste of time? And I bet you think it's not a waste of time because you enjoy it so much.
Like, we're not all volunteering at soup kitchens all the time, Susan. Okay? Like,
Right.
just chill.
I'm not volunteering. I'm not getting angry at any specific team.
Right.
I do like certain sports.
I'm not following a celebrity's gossip. I'm not doing any one of 1,000 mindless entertainment things that people are allowed to just enjoy in peace.
Right. Just do your thing. Leave me the fuck alone.
But there are a few, I mean, there just are. There's a few hobbies that are just kind of weirdly stigmatized. And hopefully I think some of that's going away, honestly. I think enough generations now are across the board have just been playing video games their whole lives that, like, it's just so integrated into normal society that I don't think gamers, quote unquote, are quite viewed the same way they were when we were growing up. You know?
I'm a gamer daddy. Let it be known.
You're a gamer daddy.
I'm a fucking gamer daddy. Now, all that being said,
Fucking
there's a
nerd.
reason that I bring it up.
Fucking nerd.
I do get a kick out of some of the things that people enjoy.
Sure.
I don't know. It makes me giggle. And I'm trying to tread lightly because I do not think it's silly what you do, but I do like it a lot. I like that you do it. All right.
I'm so excited to hear where this is going. I have no idea who you're about to talk shit on.
You ever seen it pop up on TikTok Live? A lot of TikTok Live now. And it's dudes playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're not just playing Yu-Gi-Oh. They have the arm thing and everything.
Oh, the little plastic, like...
Yeah.
It's like a gauntlet that holds the cards or whatever.
Yeah, they got that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's fucking...
I've been seeing that pop up and I go, "Oh, this is precious. I love everything
What a
about
fun-
this. What a cool thing to do."
What a fun niche hobby that you guys enjoy together.
And it gets better though, because some of the guys take it super seriously.
Oh, I bet they do.
They
Yeah.
do the voices. They go, and now I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm. And I go, stop it. You stop it.
But in a very polite, like, oh, stop it, you're being silly kind of way.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's how we're talking about it.
You stop it.
Because we know between us, we know a dozen people who play all kinds of different games that are card games or whatever that are in that same vein. So yeah, definitely no judgment. It's just a fun, silly thing.
I never got into card games like Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, but I was, well, let me backtrack a little bit. I did get into card games when I was a kid, but specifically one card game, and that was Pokemon. I played, oh shit, all right,
Yeah,
don't get in the water.
Yeah, you and I are very much the Pokemon generation.
Yeah.
We were at the perfect age, like right whenever it kind of hit America.
I was this is 95. This is circa 1995.
Yeah.
If memory serves correctly.
Literally would have been 8 years old.
Oh, no, that's not when Pokemon came out. I'm talking about when I was first introduced to a collectible card game.
Pocket Monsters.
And that was Magic the Gathering. Magic came out in 93. A couple years after that, some of the nerds in the neighborhood started playing it.
I was aware of Magic's presence. I was not a Magic player.
An older kid came over one time, and he brought his Magic deck with him and taught me how to play Magic. And I go, this is fucking awesome. And then immediately after that, I guess word got around.
Oh.
We weren't allowed to play Magic anymore because it was evil. And I go, what specifically about it is evil?
It's right
And they
there
go-
in the name, Magic.
And they go, funny you ask.
The devil uses magic.
The devil uses magic. It was a lot of that. And I go, all right. So
Yeah.
after that, we weren't allowed to play Magic.
I hate Satanic Panic so much.
Oh, yeah, that sucked. Pokemon was fine, though. Even though there's plenty of videos out there of guys with mullets talking about why Pokemon is evil.
And I think that rippled through, like, at the time, my church. I know I was growing up super religious.
Yeah.
The parents, I mean, it crept its way into the
Goddamn.
kids' sermon and all that stuff of beware of, mostly, if anything, they tried to spin it as a, like, hey, kids are spending a lot of time doing this, and that's not okay.
Right. We
The
want
same way we
kids-
talk about kids being addicted to screens and stuff now. It was more that kind of thing. My parents never thought, like, I couldn't tell the difference between fantasy and reality, and like Harry Potter wasn't a demon and that kind of thing. I think where my family more came at it from was hey, maybe not 15 hours straight. Maybe take a break, go outside for a while, vary up your interests a little bit.
No can
Too
do,
much
Mom.
of anything.
Yeah, no
is
can
probably
do,
a
Mom. I
bad
gotta
thing.
play Pokemon. I gotta.
But also, yeah, I gotta play Pokemon.
I gotta.
And by play, I mean I would watch the TV show and just like have the cards.
I gotta have my pops.
My brothers were
Fucking
4 and
lost.
5 years older than me. They were in no way interested in Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? When they came out, that was
Right.
just something I did because I liked collecting cards in my little binder. I liked showing them to my friends and stuff at school, and I liked watching the TV show. That was the extent of that I got into it. By the time the first movie I think came out, I watched the first movie in theaters, and then kind of, to me, that was the finale of Pokemon.
I have a lot of guilt about a thing I did when I was playing Pokemon as a child. This is sophomore year in high school.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know better about a lot of shit, right? I know I'm old enough to know that I'm not supposed to smoke weed.
Did you jack off into a Ditto plushie?
So anyway, not in the back of the library, that's for sure.
He didn't say no, folks.
I had the Pokemon movie that just came out, and with the Pokemon movie that just came out,
Oh.
certain Pokemon cards came out.
Yup.
Right?
I recall this promotion.
There was a Mewtwo promo card.
Absolutely, there was.
I needed 4 of them because you could have in your deck, you could have like 4 of the same monster. I think that was the rule.
Yeah, whatever those rules
Yeah.
were back then. Yeah,
And okay, can't.
you're really trying it, but
Yeah. I had 2 of them. I went to see the movie twice.
yeah, sure.
So I had 2 of those cards. I needed 4 of them. There you are, you son of a bitch.
Kill him.
Got him. So I got 3 because I went to see the movie a third time. The third time I went to see the movie, I did not actually watch the movie.
You killed a kid in the bathroom and took his card.
No. I went and got the card and I said, all right, cool, see ya. And I left.
Hilarious.
I was like, I don't need to see the movie a third time to justify this purchase.
That's
I
like
just,
me going into Taco Bell to get the last Inspector Gadget item that I needed. When the Happy Meal toys were cross promotional.
Everybody wanted the Neuralizer whenever Burger King was doing Men in Black toys, right?
Hilarious. Yeah, we
So-
all wanted that.
So I was like, all right, I still need a 4th card. One of the kids, a younger kid, middle school, had a Mewtwo promo card and he was flashing it around, right?
Uh-oh.
In the same way that Bender would kind of like, flash his dough in front of the gangsters.
Uh-huh.
It was that kind of thing.
Ooh, if he flashes that wad of money around one more time. There it is. He did it a third time.
So I said, I need this card. I'm going to get it.
And you coveted it in your heart.
I did.
And you plotted to make it your own. This is very Lord of the Rings.
Somehow I found out that he really liked Kingler. This kid was into Kingler. That was his Pokemon.
That kid's in jail now.
So
1,000% that kid's in jail now. What kind of psycho has that as their favorite?
I found 4 Kinglers.
Cubone, ride or die.
And I said, I'll trade you these 4 Kinglers for your Mewtwo promo card that they made a lot less of your promo Kingler, your holofoil Kinglers. There are way more Kinglers than there are this Mewtwo, and I still feel like a piece of shit because he goes, "Wow, okay," and I go, "What an idiot!"
But that really does show just the subjective nature of it. You know what I mean? Like, you both won that deal.
I guess I feel like I won more.
You feel like you won more, but that's just it. He does too. He also feels like he won more.
Not anymore. He's in jail.
Well, now he's in jail, just hoping for a pack of smokes.
What do you think he went to jail for?
I'm gonna guess
Probably a nonviolent crime.
bad checks.
Bad checks. Yeah,
That's what I would
for
say.
sure.
All right, we're letting this episode slip away, and I don't want to do that without addressing another thing. We didn't talk about Barry.
Never write a bad check. It's not going to go well.
Don't write a bad check. It's so stupid of you to do, and there's so many ways for you. Like, it's so quick and fast for you to get caught that way. Like,
Right.
It's so dumb. Just so dumb.
You think Barry wrote any bad checks?
I think Sally probably would.
Yeah, Sally would write a bad check.
Like, she would do it for a good reason. Like, she literally needed to eat. So she would go get some groceries and write a bad check, that kind of thing. I think Hader would probably mug somebody and just take their cash before he would write a bad check.
Dude, Barry season 4 is getting weird.
It
has gone from dark comedy to fucking surreal,
very surreal
melodrama.
Surreal, dark. I do like that they're still hitting some comedy in it.
A little bit.
I think that's important.
More so now that the season's kind of in full swing. But the first few episodes, I was like,
they were a roller coaster for sure.
all right, is this a fever dream?
I think I told you more.
Feels like a fever dream.
I think I told you, more than once. I was like, I kept waiting for like the next scene to be like him waking up in a hospital bed or something of like just that was his dream of.
Yeah, it's a classic bit.
And it would be totally in line for them to like. I mean, they are kind of doing a riff on that by doing a spoiler alert, huge time jump.
Yeah. 8 years, I think.
That was the thing that kept throwing me was that there was a kid, and I was like, how did they get a kid? And until they kind of overtly said like it's been 8 years, blah blah blah, I was like, okay, good, they didn't kidnap a kid. What if they've only been on the road for 6 months and this is just he's full on psychotic, like, I'm making my own family. I've got Sally and this kid.
He found God also.
He's leaned super hard into God. Did you catch the Bill Burr cameo as one of the podcast hosts?
I love listening to him listen to the podcasts that are trying to he's listening to them to justify him murdering Mr. Kusino.
You can hear him like trying to justify his own actions in every podcast episode he listens to. He's got to change it until he finds one that fits his narrative.
And finally,
justifies what he's doing.
Finally, he hears someone say, and sometimes you just got to kill a guy. And he goes, all right, that works.
God's all about fucking capping a motherfucker when he gets out of line.
Sometimes you got to kill a bitch. Like this guy. Got him. Why haven't I been using this machine gun the whole time? Maybe it felt kind of cheap.
I don't know. You got me, man.
Because this is effective.
Do what works.
Untouchable. Not just like, no, I have a gun. I just straight up have a gun. All right, this is farther than I got playing last night.
The logs.
So we're in unfamiliar territory.
Go.
It's a good thing I have a machine gun. Her little pirouette machine gun blast.
It's unnecessary, but
it's completely ridiculous.
She's committed to the bit.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're playing with a lady.
It's weird how when games would come out and you'd go, this is fine, because this is just what there was.
Yeah.
You're like, this game kind of looks shitty, but I guess all games kind of look shitty.
No, you would not have said this looks kind of shitty. You would have probably said things like, oh, they have a rain effect. Look, you can see the ripples on the ground when the rain hits the ground. Like, that would have been a cool touch. You wouldn't have been focused on how few polygons were used to construct things.
You know how disappointed I was from the jump to, I guess, N64 to GameCube? I thought it'd be a little bigger graphically.
Sure.
And I go, oh, this still kind of looks like shit.
Yeah.
I guess games are just going to look like shit.
I think we got spoiled early on in our gaming careers by the jump from like side scrolling to 3D.
Yeah, for sure.
That was such a huge thing that it made the next several leaps look pretty small by comparison, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know.
Are we going to finish this game tonight? Do I finish the game tonight? We better not. I want to know how much more game there is.
I'm gonna go home and finish Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a good idea. We got to find a good stopping point. I know.
I don't know. Should we? Is there anything else about Barry that you wanted to talk about? Because wow, what do you think? How do you think it's gonna end? Like where do you think it's going?
I think
Give me a prediction for any of the major characters.
I think it's going to be a classic trope of he wakes up.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because the show's wacky. It's getting wacky. And it feels like it's going to land poorly.
I think he's committed to the path he's on, but I also agree that it will probably end less satisfying than we hope so. Sorry, Bill. Love Bill Hader. Love his stuff. But, like, yeah, I do not know. I have no idea if he's going to be able to stick this landing.
Fingers crossed that Venture Brothers does not end poorly.
Don't you say that.
All right.
They've never let us down.
No, you're right. They'll be all right.
They've never let us down.
All right, I want to pee on this cross, and then we'll go. All right.
Yeah, pee on that cross.
We'll see you later. Take a big old dump on it. Don't pray at it. Pee on it.